Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Please consider subscribing. I'm doing new recipes again this week, guys. I found some great ones that we enjoyed, so I want to share those with you. 3 are slow cooker recipes and 1's a casserole. And if you are new, we do have a playlist in the description box below with all our Menu Monday recipes. And so just click on that and you can see many of the ones past. So without further ado, shall we start cooking? Let's go. I was going through my recipe manager and I found this recipe that I made in October of 2021. It had 5 stars and it looked super simple, and now I know why I put 5 stars on it. It's absolutely delicious, so I'm sharing it again. However, when I pulled my chicken out of the freezer, I didn't realize that it only had 2 chicken breasts in it, because most of them have 4. I guess they were just left over. So I have halved the recipe, but I have the full recipe at the end of this clip and also in the description box below. So the first thing you do is put your chicken breast in the slow cooker and you put the chicken broth on top of it, and then you mix your cornbread stuffing with your cream of celery soup. You put it on top of the chicken, and you can cook this on low for 6 hours, or if you want it faster, 3.5 on high. These are our finished plates. I just steamed some broccoli. Such a delicious dinner. I definitely suggest trying this one if you try any of them on today's video. Here are your ingredients. Today in the slow cooker we are making a pork loin with sweet potatoes. Now this one is not a typical dump and go, it's a little more work, but let me tell you, it was certainly well worth it. And I had enough left. This was a huge pork loin. I had already cut some off to make chops out of them, and I had all this left. So we had enough left over for me to freeze, and I can reheat it again another time. So what we're going to do is we're going to season this with ground cloves, nutmeg, and black pepper. Now I used a spray bottle and a glove to rub that into the pork loin. You want to cover both sides, and then we're going to seal in those juices by putting it on the stove and just browning it all the way around, top, bottom, and the sides. Now if your slow cooker doesn't allow you to put the insert on your stovetop, then just do it in a pan. I did that for years. That's why I tell everybody. This crock pot, however, is very, very easy to clean, and I love it. It is in my Amazon store if you're interested. However, I have another crock pot that doesn't allow you to do this, and they're both equally good. Alright, now once we get all this rubbed in, we're going to pop that into the slow cooker, and while that is into the slow cooker, into the insert, while that's cooking on the stove and browning the outside, we're going to go ahead and prep our potatoes and get them cut up. I'm now going to get my pork out of the insert and I want to add the potatoes. I'm just scraping off the brown bits from the bottom of the pot there. After we get all the potatoes into the insert, we're going to add 2 cups of apple juice, and then we'll season these along like we did the pork loin with ground cloves, nutmeg, and black pepper. And then we're going to put the pork loin on top of the potatoes. You can cook this on high for 2 to 3 hours, or I did low for 6 hours and just made sure that the temperature, the internal temperature of the pork loin reached 145 degrees. Here are our plates. I added some green beans that I seasoned up. Dinner was absolutely fantastic. And here are your ingredients. And again, the directions will be in the description box below. I hope you give it a try. Today's dinner is going to be a zesty pulled barbecued chicken, and it was really good. If I could give this one 10 stars, I would. I did have enough left over to freeze so we can have it another night as well, which was fantastic. So the first thing I did was spray the insert because this has brown sugar in it, and I just did that to be safe so it didn't stick. Of course, this crock pot's really good and easy to clean. So after our chicken's in there, we're going to mix together the barbecue sauce, the Italian dressing, the brown sugar, and the Worcestershire sauce. All the ingredients again at the end, and directions and ingredients in the description box below. We're going to mix this up, and then we're going to pour this on top of our chicken. Then put the lid on. You can cook this on high 3 to 4 hours or low 6 to 8. I chose low, so I set it for 7 hours. After the 7 hours was up, I checked, chicken was ready, and then I just shredded it in the crock pot, and I heated up some Hawaiian sliders and got some pickles out, and then I cut up some potatoes and made wedge potato fries. It was absolutely delicious. Here are our finished plates, and let me say, we went back for a little bit more. For our baked chop suey, the first thing we're going to do is cook our hamburger and our onions, so we'll get that underway. Now we're going to drain the hamburger and onions. We'll put this in a bit larger bowl, and we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. Now, as always, I'm going to put the ingredients at the end of this clip, and also in the description box below I'll have the recipe ingredients along with the directions. I finally got my coconut aminos back in stock in our pantry. I can't find them locally, so I ended up getting them off Amazon again. Now we're going to mix everything up and get this into a greased casserole dish. This goes into a 350-degree oven for 1 hour, and then the directions for it to take it out. Put the chow mein noodles on top and then bake it for another 15 minutes. Now I like chow mein noodles, but putting them on the casserole dish and then putting it back in the oven, it made them, they weren't soggy, but they weren't crispy like I like. So in my opinion, I would put them on after it's cooked and not put it back in the oven. But you guys let me know what you think if you give this a try. But the actual flavor of the meat and everything is absolutely delicious, so it's well worth it. And I think it would also be good with a little cheese on top, but I guess that might take away from the title of the recipe. Anyway, here are our finished plates. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's meals, and if you made it to the end of the video, please leave me a thumbs up emoji in the comments below. I know you are here, and I'll see you Wednesday.